I'm Yana Trafas, and I work for the Athens Institute for Education and Research, which is a World Association for Academics and Researchers. I'd like to welcome you to Athens Interview Series, where we interview the participants that attend our conferences in Athens. Today, I'm going to be interviewing Dr. Yves Gagnon, who is a professor at the University of Moncton in Canada. Hello, welcome to Athens.
Hello.
So, can you give me a brief academic introduction of yourself?
Well, my name, as you've mentioned, is Yves Gagnon. I'm a professor in Canada, in a French university called the University of Moncton, which is on the east coast of Canada. I'm a mechanical engineer. I studied in Canada in 2 universities for my engineering degree, and I did a master's degree at MIT, which is the Massachusetts Institute of Technology in the USA, and I did a PhD degree in France in the Aerospace Agency.
Okay, so what's currently your major research?
Well, we work, as I've said, my initial background a long time ago was in the aerospace sector, but through the years my research work has evolved towards renewable energy, mainly in wind energy. So we do a lot of what is called wind resource mapping. So we look at the territory and we simulate, use numerical models to define what is the wind over a territory, with the objective of installing some wind farms. The relationship between the aerospace sector and wind energy is aerodynamics. So fundamentally my work is in aerodynamics and looking at the energy aspect of aerodynamics. Based on that, we've extended our work towards solar energy, and we do a lot of solar mapping. So we take a territory and using different models we predict what is the solar radiation on the territory, with the objective of generating electricity from that radiation. And we also do a lot of work on biomass energy. In my region, the forest sector is very important, so we have a lot of biomass. So we're looking at biomass from the forestry and agriculture sector to generate how we can generate electricity with waste biomass.
So you present something about this at the conference?
Yes, through the years we've worked in many countries on many continents, China, Poland, Tunisia, France. Now we're doing a lot of work in Thailand with the government of Thailand. We have many projects and colleagues in Thailand from the university sector. So we're doing a lot of work on wind resource assessment in Thailand, solar energy assessment, and biomass assessment in the palm oil industry, looking at waste biomass to see how we can generate electricity by burning the biomass or by generating biogas. So the presentation that I've given here at Athens was based on our work on the wind resource mapping of the country of Thailand.
Okay. So how were you introduced to Athens?
Well, I saw the announcement of the conference, so I kind of digged a little bit to see what is Athens, and I found out that Athens has a very interesting mission, essentially building on the history of Athens and Greece and all of those ancient philosophers that we've heard about and read about, Socrates and others, and doing a conference around this concept of bringing people together and creating a forum of exchange, of discussion, exchange of ideas on our research, but also on our education, on education in general. So this concept of bringing together researchers in a symposium type of environment to stimulate discussion and exchange of ideas found it quite interesting. So I decided to come and attend my first Athens conference, but hopefully maybe not my last.
Hopefully you come again. So can you tell me a few things about the higher educational status in Canada, and what do you think are its advantages and its disadvantages? Since you've also been to the USA, maybe you can also compare.
Well, Canada is a country with a very good education system. It starts at kindergarten and goes up to high school, and the percentage of people finishing high school is very, very high. It's not 100% because some people don't finish, but it's close to 100% of people finishing high school. And then there's different streams. One stream is the technical college, the community, we call them community colleges, where people get more technical or technological training, trades, etc. And there's the university sector. I don't have the percentage, I don't remember percentage of how many in which streams, but a lot of people go to higher education, and a lot of people go to universities. I would classify the university system as, if you ask me one word about how to describe the university system in Canada, I would say accessibility. Access to university is very easy in Canada. There's a lot of universities, and university is not very expensive, and there's very good scholarship program, and a lot of the scholarship program are based on needs of fund. So if you're from a low-income family, you normally can have access to funding to go to university. So funding is not an obstacle to go to university. So and then in the different universities, I would say there's three different categories of university. One is the primary research universities, and usually they would have a faculty of medicine. And these form a category of universities. They are large universities, 20, 30,000 students, for example, with a lot of research, a lot of research fundings. Then there's the comprehensive universities, which are universities that typically do not have a faculty of medicine, but have a broad range of faculties, from science, arts, social science, humanities, education, administration, etc. And these would have a lot of PhD programs also in those universities. And then the third level is the primarily undergraduate universities. And there's a lot of those universities in Canada which do not have PhD programs in all of the disciplines, but they often cover many disciplines through different faculties, but not PhD systems. So the advantage of university system in Canada is accessibility. If you have the capacity, intellectual capacity to go to university, and the interest to go to university, you can also have the intellectual capacity but decide to do something else, which is very normal and very acceptable. But if you have the capacity and the willingness to go to university, you can find a university that will accept you, and you will have the funding to go there. If you have ambition to achieve high level of excellence, then you can select the type of universities you want to go to, and obviously put the work needed to succeed in those universities. So accessibility and various type of universities is also an advantage, I think, in Canada. Most of the students that finish universities find jobs in fields that are related to their studies. So there's a lot of data on that, and it's in the range of 85–90% of the students finding a job in their areas of studies, which is very good. And so students, they can take this type of data and decide which type of field they want to study in. But in summary, I think the university system, the education system in general, and the university system in particular in Canada is a very good system. And as research shows, if you have an educated population, if you have a well-trained population, they participate in the economy of society, they participate in the social life of society, and it creates a more resilient society, a more sustainable society, and I think that's what we see in Canada.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.